Hey everybody, it pains me to talk about this, but this is going to be the hardest video I've done in all of my videos. And I figured I'd be all decked out in my Lions gear that mom got me to represent. And yeah, just to talk about this, all from the perspective of a Lions fan. We've had the worst 3 days, if you're a big Michigan fan in general, and all Michigan sports. We had like the worst 3 days of 3 days. And it all started with the home game, the Detroit Lions hosting the Washington Commanders, 8 o'clock on Fox, primetime game, postseason, divisional round playoffs. First game of the postseason for the Lions. After finishing first in the NFC and best record the Lions have ever had in the regular season, going 15-2, we lose to the Commanders 45-31. Definitely, this is where the injuries on the defense came to full fruition, full effect. As we saw, we couldn't stop Washington on any drive except for one. And yeah, and it put too much pressure on the offense, put too much pressure on Goff. We definitely got too cute a lot of times. I think we should have just ran the ball on every play because they couldn't stop the run. And just take what we got. There were some great plays that we did go cute on that were fantastic to see and watch. And yeah, we lost that game 45-31. It was tough. I'm glad I didn't spend multiple thousands of dollars to go see the game, but it was painful. And I got to watch the game with my fiance, and I had to deal with a lot of my own family members calling me and texting me throughout, panicking. I wasn't panicking the whole time. I was definitely like, we got a chance, we can come back on this. But when it all ended for me, when I thought the game was over, like we couldn't come back, was probably when Jameson Williams threw the interception, because we were only down 10 at that point. But no matter what, our defense couldn't stop them. So it was tough to watch. Basically, it's about who makes the least amount of mistakes, and we made the most. And I'm not blaming the refs at all. I think they actually called a great game. And I don't rarely say that, but so yeah, that was tough. But yeah, the season's over. And why I say it's the worst 3 days is because then, how do I say this? Some Lions fans were defectors and deserters, if you want to say whatever D word that comes to mind, that left the Detroit Lions to be Rams fans for Matthew Stafford, which Matthew Stafford still holds a spot in my heart no matter what. I'm not going to be a Rams fan. And join him, and the Rams got beat by the Eagles. So that was like the secondary thing to go for, root for, is Matthew Stafford. If you still like him, either you hate him or you love him in Detroit. I personally love him as I hang him on my wall. I think he's the most talented quarterback in Detroit Lions history. And if you gave Matthew Stafford this team, we would have multiple Super Bowls for sure. And not to say, we'll see how Goff goes throughout the future. We'll see how it all happens. And but in all, I'm just devastated. I'm kind of shell-shocked over everything. But back to why I say it's the worst 3 days. So the Rams lose, so even that fan base of people that just follow Matthew Stafford and wherever his journey goes, they got beat by the Eagles. Great game to watch. Fantastic in the snow. And then on Monday, we had the worst national college football championship game to watch. Ohio State versus Notre Dame. As Michigan fans, you would hate either one to win, but you probably hate more that Ohio State won. And yeah, Ohio State won the game. Congratulations. Got to give flowers. Probably one of the most talented teams, most underachieving teams, even though they won it. They played against like the worst teams if you think about it, leading up to it, compared to what Michigan had to do last year. But not to take away. Congratulations, Ohio State. And that goes to the Ohio State fans that were nice to us when we won the championship. So I'm just returning the favor to show that it's good sportsmanship. You got to give flowers where flowers due. And so, yeah, we had those three occur. And then also Ben Johnson goes to the division rivals Bears. So, what was the best part of the team was the offense and his ingenious mind of calling the plays like he does and everything that contributes to the offense is gone. And he goes to the rival Bears. So we'll see how that goes. And yeah, so it's been like the worst couple days, Detroit Lions fan specifically, and Michigan Wolverine. And usually that goes hand in hand. Some of us are Michigan State fans. Uh, yeah, it's been tough. So yeah, I just want to say I'm sticking to the boat. Dan Campbell, I believe we need to give him an extension as soon as we can. Should win Coach of the Year. Um, Jared Goff, I believe, can win us a Super Bowl. Will win us a Super Bowl. I like that we have him signed up, St. Brown signed up, and Penny Sewell signed up. Represent. And so you got the core foundations on offense signed up. Now, we definitely should, I think, maybe even rush to the table and pay Aiden Hutchinson what we can to keep him on the team. And to have a pillar on defense paid for to see how it all goes. And no matter what, I trust Brad Holmes to cook in the NFL draft and free agency. I like what Zadarius Smith's still going to bring to the table for next year. That's the thing. I have huge optimism going next year. We're probably going to lose Aaron Glenn. We'll see how it goes. And that's the thing. These guys deserve a promotion after what jobs they've done in the last 4 years. We've had them for 4 years, and not a lot of teams have their coordinators that long. So we've been spoiled. This was a great shot, a great window to go. But I don't think the Super Bowl window is closed. So, but yeah, I just want to congratulate Ben Johnson on getting his head coaching job. It just sucks us for the Chicago Bears. But hey, we get to see him often. And maybe we know how to stop a lot of his stuff. We'll see how it goes. We'll see if we hire internally or outside the organization in terms of our 2 new coordinator spots. But I think it should be a coveted job for both of those coordinator spots, especially the talent we have, both on offense and defense. And yeah, I think we have exciting times. It was a disappointing end, but it was the greatest Detroit Lions season of my lifetime. And I know that sucks because we didn't even win a playoff game. You could say last year was, but I just loved how we were so amazing through the regular season with all the injuries that we had to deal with compared to previous seasons in Lions history, and was tied in the NFL for most, especially on one side of the ball. And yeah, I'm very proud and thankful for all Detroit Lions players and staff members, and the owner Sheila Hamp for all our efforts, and Rob Wood, the president. And yeah, so that's my rant. And I know I've been dragging feet. I just wanted to make sure I say my words right before I put it out in the public eye. Yeah, I'm done with recaps. As you know, it's basically just 2 teams left, or 2 games left, my bad, before the Super Bowl, as we'll have Buffalo Bills take on the Kansas City Chiefs, and we'll have the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the Washington Commanders. Should be great games ahead, and I'll tell you right now, my choices right now, just to let you know, I think the Bills are going to win, and I think the Eagles are going to win. And we'll have a Bills-Eagles Super Bowl. So it's going to be exciting to see and fun to watch. And but yeah, it's still heartbreaking. And to all Lions fans, I think you all need to calm down and not be so mad. And we don't need to fire people or have doubts about Dan Campbell or Jared Goff. Like, we've been doing the Jared Goff chants, which I'm not the biggest fan of. I just don't know why we don't just say, "Let's go Lions," so all the players are included and everything like that, instead of just put all our gemstones in one player. So we'll see how it all goes. But yeah, that's my rant. Appreciate y'all watching. Stay tuned. I'm definitely really involved and loving this unrivaled league, and I'm about to just do recaps on that. And I'm a big Lunar Owls fan, as I announced before the season debut started, which I'm glad how my pick is going, and that's my team. Hopefully when they do expansion, they add more teams that are owl mascots, or not owl mascots, my bad, animal mascots, and we'll see how it goes from there. But I do truly encourage everybody to watch that league. It's very awesome. It's cool to see 3v3 basketball like that, and it's very intense, and they get physical, so I like it a lot. And but yeah, that's what my interest is going to be. as soon as the football season's coming to an end, and even when the football season's over. And then when Unrival's over, I'm going ham on the draft. And I'm always big on the draft, as Detroit Lions fans usually are. We won't have a top pick. We'll be picked 28, I believe. And yeah, it's going to be exciting to see. And excited for this draft. And it's going to be amazing. It'll be hosted in Green Bay. I'm probably not going. And yeah, but my experience at the Detroit Lions and in Detroit for that draft was amazing. And yeah, it was truly special. So I just want to say thank you all again for watching, and I hope everyone has a great one. I know it's going to take some time to recover from this sting, but luckily we have other great Detroit teams playing, such as the Red Wings and the Pistons, and it's been fun to watch. And yeah, so hope everyone has a great one. Thank you all again. As I said prior, appreciate you all heavy. And yes, I'm your host, David, and hope you all have a great one. Catch you all later.